Assalamu alaikum friends. This is my first video lecture on the basic concept of Sufism. Myself FARHAN SHAH Qadri. I personally follow and like the concept of Sufism, and therefore I thought about sharing my point of view on this. A very first question arises, what is Sufism? So, Sufism is a religion of love which has treasure of happiness in it. It teaches us how to achieve self-satisfaction, inner peace, self-realization. In other words, we can say that it is the art of living with grace and love. In today's lecture, we will focus on the topic Who Am I? From the book Enlightenment in Life, written by my spiritual mentor Hazrat Khwaja Shaikh محمد فاروق شاہ قادری چشتی Maroof Peer. The very first chapter of the book is Who am I? Indeed, it's a very important question for all of us. The answer to this question is easy as well as difficult at the same time. Why is it so? We are going to see that. So I'll be giving you many examples, which is a day-to-day life examples. So just try to understand with the examples the concept of who am I. So the very first example, if you are familiar with a person, you can recognize him, you can know him, you cannot understand him. Means we live with the person, we live with the friends. So we recognize him, we know him, but we cannot understand him. That is the first example. Just try to understand. If self-knowing is difficult, then what is easy? According to me, if it is difficult to know yourself, then nothing would be easy except for illiteracy. Hence I say that to know yourself is easy, and to do that you don't need to go anywhere, no need to travel or reach anywhere. To know yourself, there is no need to dig anything. You are already there. We are already made. Now here I would also like to say that knowing yourself is that most difficult thing. You must think here. Why? Because at one point I am saying that the knowing yourself is easy, but now I am saying that knowing yourself is difficult. Why? It is so because we ourselves are the answer to the question. The reason is we ourselves are the answer to the question. Another example, just try to understand. Our eyes see everything, but they cannot see themselves. If you try to make your eyes see themselves, you will certainly fail. Yes, you can see your eyes in a mirror, but that's not your eyes, that's reflection of your eyes. What I mean to say is, whenever you want to see yourself, your existence, you require some object. That object obviously a mirror. In a mirror you can see yourself, your face, your existence, but that is not your face, that is not your actual existence, that is a reflection, my dear. So that is why I am saying that it's very difficult to know. Remember, we see those things only which we don't have, and we forget what we have. So at one point, the first perspective is we don't have a value what we have, and the second perspective, other perspective, because every coin has a two sides, one is a head, another is a tail. So the first side is we don't have a value, but when we look at the other side, that is we forget, we are not in our conscious. The rich forgets about their money, a healthy man forgets about his health. Only a sick man remembers good health because he needs it. Only an ill person conscious of his health, but not a healthy man. Everybody runs after we don't have. Therefore we remember what we want as long as we don't get it. So we won't get the satisfaction, because every time we run outside, the moment you have it, it becomes worthless. We have nothing greater than ourselves. Nothing can be closer to us than ourselves. not even our love, our house or money. It has never happened that we have separated from ourselves even for a moment, even for a second. We just analyze even for a second. Therefore it becomes extremely difficult to know. That is why I have written one statement: knowing yourself is easy as well as difficult. That is the reason. Here the question arises, why it is so? The answer is two are required to know. That means one which is to be known and the one which is a knower. That is, there is one who knows and there is another who understands. But in our case we are both, the knower and the known. That is the problem. For example, consider a case that if you are left alone in a room, told that you are both a lover and a beloved, that is, you are going to give and receive love, then you will either become crazy or you will start crying to take you out of the game of love. Means when you pushes yourself in a separated, or you separated yourself in a room for a longer period of time, definitely you are going to get crazy. You are not even for 5 hours, 6 hours, you cannot stay alone in a room. You require someone. You cannot accept your oneness. That is the problem. You see, we will get angry loving ourselves also. So how are we going to find the answer of who am I? A man who starts searching for this answer falls into trouble, because he is the knower and he is the known. How can a person be at two places in one moment? If I become a knower, then nothing remains to be known. If I become that which is to be known, then no one remains to know. As I said earlier, answer to this question is both easy and difficult. That is, they coexist. That means you must question me at this point, how can these two opposite things coexist? I would say that in this world all opposite things occur together. Means what? When we talk about a sunrise or sunset, so these are the two opposite things which coexist. In a day-to-day life, we see darkness, we see the light. These are the two coexistence things. So we always think that these are the two opposite things, but actually it is not. So this is what I want to explain you, the concept. So first, a very important question is, who am I? So with examples you just try to understand. So this is what all about. So our motive of today's lecture is that only every living or born child has one question. That question is nothing but, who am I? Now if you have any queries, any doubt, you can contact me on the WhatsApp, you can mail me, and you can see a lot of books are there. This is related to the Sufism, written by my spiritual mentor Hazrat Maroof. You can see websites. You can just go to the website. You can see the video lectures based on the Sufism, where you can find out a lot of video lectures of Hazrat Maroof based on the Sufism. You can go to the Twitter account. You can go to the YouTube. Also we have a website named as maroofp.com. We have International Sufism Academy blog. You can just go, click on the link, you can directly go. Thank you. Shukriya dosto, shukriya.